An efficient supply chain relies on effective vendor management. To drive success, you need technologies that support strong supplier relationships and help you make data-driven decisions. With Bizagi, you can create low-code apps to automate and orchestrate vendor management processes, including onboarding and vendor updates, security, and performance assessments. Many organizations depend on their ERP to support these processes, but ERP's capabilities are limited and difficult to customize to suit your organization's needs. The gaps are often filled by manual tasks, and data is shared in untraceable ways, such as email and spreadsheets. This is time-consuming, prone to potential errors, and ultimately costs you money. An ERP that doesn't support your business processes also leads to data and compliance issues, which hinder your vendor relationships and slow down operations. With Bizagi's low-code platform, you can control vendor management processes from a single application that seamlessly integrates SAP, providing visibility, efficiency, agility, and compliance. In this demo, we will follow Peter Smith, the vendor manager at a manufacturing company. He needs to onboard a new vendor, represented by Kevin Duran, and assess vendor performance with the help of his colleague, Malika Bird, an evaluator. The current process of adding or updating vendor details is slow and complicated. Peter has to email spreadsheets to vendors to fill out and send back before he manually uploads the details. This process lacks standardization, traceability, and control over deadlines. When Malika has completed her assessments, there is no centralized system to track evaluations, so Peter has no insight into vendor performance. Bizagi will provide a centralized platform to ensure data accuracy, enhance decision-making, and improve vendor relationships. From his Bizagi dashboard, the vendor manager, Peter, has a complete view of all vendor onboarding, updates, and assessments in progress. He can access all their information, has a snapshot of vendor-related processes, and the SLA of each request. He can also onboard a new vendor, request assessments of vendors' performance, or request an update of current information. Peter has a holistic view of all vendors, where he can access the profile of specific providers to see their contact details, active RFX, security assessments, and any ongoing activities. Through the Reports tab, Peter can see information to make informed decisions on vendor relationships, such as assessment scores. If Peter wants additional insights, he can ask Ada, Bizagi's generative AI assistant. He can ask Ada anything, or she can recommend questions such as, "Show me all the information about vendors with an active status." She sources and displays the relevant details and lets Peter start a new process based on that data. She can even graphically represent the data to make it easier to understand. The vendor manager is ready to onboard the new supplier. He can start this process in his dashboard. Peter adds some basic details that he already knows about the vendor and creates a new account in the system. When he saves the request, an email is automatically sent to Kevin, the vendor, containing login details so he can complete his profile directly in the Bizagi app. As the vendor, Kevin has a different dashboard to Peter. Bizagi only shows users information that is relevant to their role for compliance and ease of use. Kevin can see the requests that he needs to complete, as well as any work in progress. He can open the request and complete his information. This includes company details, contact information, service documents, financial information for payment, vendor compliance, and products and services. Now this part of the process is complete. The information can be approved by Peter and automatically updated in the ERP. Bizagi can also optimize vendor management with the performance assessment process. Peter, the vendor manager, can send a request to all vendors in the database or select individuals to complete an assessment form. They will receive an email notification directing them to the evaluation form in Bizagi where they enter the requested information. Once the forms have been completed, Malika the evaluator can review the answers. She can rate the answers regarding pricing and delivery deadlines. Bizagi then automatically calculates a score and generates a document to provide an overview of the assessment. This is sent back to the vendor manager for approval and helps Peter to see who the best performing vendors are, allowing him to make data-driven decisions on vendor selection and drive operational efficiency. Thanks to Bizagi's intuitive platform, you can gain complete control over vendor management with orchestrated and automated processes to maintain data quality, cement your vendor relationships, and keep your supply chain running smoothly. Ready to transform your vendor management? Contact Bizagi today to see how you can create modern apps powered by process.